Hey guys, welcome back to the MC Beauty Brand channel. We talk all things skincare, self-care, and self-confidence. If you are new to my channel, my name is Megan. I am the owner and founder of MC Beauty Brand. MC Beauty Brand is a self-care brand that equips and empowers women to start their journey to self-care. Happy New Year, everyone. I just wanted to say that. I know I haven't been doing any episodes consistently, and one of my goals for this year is definitely to get on here at least once a week to share some tips and some tools and some resources for you. Happy New Year. I hope you guys have all your goals set out for the year and it's, kicking butt right now. But what I wanted to come on today and talk about is what the real self-care is or what the real glow up is. A lot of times we're hearing, it's time for me to glow up, glow up, glow up. And, when we think about glow up, a lot of us kind of think the glow up process is external, right? So like getting your hair done, getting your nails done, looking cute on the outside. But the real glow up starts from within. The real true transformation starts from within. And then as you kind of do the internal work and you glow up from within, everything around you goes up. So you're external, you're looking good, you're feeling good, you're taking care of yourself, you are creating these boundaries. So you're no longer doing things that you used to do. You're no longer going to places that you used to go, and everything around you glows up. But I think the focus needs to be on glowing up from within, doing that true transformation process from within. So I'll talk a little bit about that. I'll talk a little bit about kind of what I have done and what I'm currently doing in my own journey. And hopefully some of these tips and tools will help you. So I'll just go ahead and get started. So as you guys know, I talk about it all the time. I started my journey with my self-care or my skincare, right? Because I was having a lot of acne. I was using all these skincare products. Nothing worked for me. Created a product, the product worked. But then as I was doing kind of some deep self-evaluation, I figured out that a lot of my skin issues stemmed from what was going on with me internally. So I was dealing with a lot of stress, I was dealing with a lot of anxiety, and I had no way to release it. And so the way that it released was through my skin. So I was having this horrible acne, hyperpigmentation, and my skin would get super oily. And I'm like, where is this coming from, right? And so as I did a deeper dive, I realized that it was something that I was dealing with internally that I needed to focus on and work on. So I had to go on this whole self-care, self-reflection, self-awareness, self-love process to really figure out what was going on and deal with the root of everything. And so as I was kind of digging through all of this stuff that I was dealing with, I realized, one, that I had high functioning anxiety. I was I know a lot of women can relate to this, where you're kicking butt in so many different areas of your life and you're just a high achiever, but you have this internal dialogue or this internal tape recorder telling you that you're not good enough, or this was mine, you're trying to prove somebody wrong, somebody who said years ago to you that, you couldn't do something, and you have that same little voice kind of replaying in your head over and over and over again. So anytime you do a project or anytime you do something at work, you're like, I'm going to do this. And, and you'll be feeling tired, feeling stressed out, not giving yourself any breaks, but you want to prove that person wrong, even though that may have happened 10, 15 years ago, but you still have that tape recording playing in your head over and over and over again, which is not making you healthy in a sense. So that's essentially what was going on with me. I had so many voices in my head, telling me that either I wasn't good enough or trying to prove somebody wrong, that, said I wasn't able to accomplish something. And so every stuff at work or outside of work or any tasks that I would do, I would break my back to make sure that I would get it done. And I would just get so stressed out, and that's essentially what happened. And so I had to do that inner work. Where did this come from? Where did this come from? Why did I believe it? And how do I stop that tape recorder playing in my head over and over and over again? And how do I recognize that, what this thing that's replaying in my head, how to recognize that it's not true and how to break free from it? And so it took a lot of internal work. And as you guys know, I'm a believer. And so I did a lot of this process with the Holy Spirit. First of all, Him showing me these areas that I need healing from, which was really hard because I was like, I've been like this all my life. But when you come to Christ, He wants you to be free. And, with that freedom, you have to be aware of it. You have to be aware of it. Then you have to go through the process of doing that deep inner healing. And so that's essentially what I did. And so it was a lot of self-reflection, journaling out, why do I feel like I have to get this project done right now? Where did this come from? Where did this idea come from? And a lot of it veered towards, my childhood. A lot of it veered towards, what was said to me earlier on, when I was in college. When I competed, it started when I competed. I was very skinny, and a lot of people, when I did my very first competition, a lot of people were like, oh my God, like you're so skinny, blah, blah, blah. And, I did pretty well. I got like 13 out of like 23 girls, and that was pretty good for my first show. But I got a lot of negative feedback from people. And at that time, I was such a people pleaser. And so that was another thing that I had to recognize, that I have a tendency to be a people pleaser, and which kind of keeps you in that form of bondage because you live your life trying to please people. So, anything that I would do, I would try to see if other people approved of it. And so I was told back then, you're too skinny. Um, this isn't for you as far as like bodybuilding. This isn't for you. And I use that as fuel and motivation to win. I worked hard, I won, I did all of that, but I still had that tape recorder playing over and over again to different areas of my life. So then it kind of reached into my job. Then it reached over to other things. So I had to kind of do the inner work and self-evaluation. So with that being said, I'll kind of tell you how I eventually kind of overcame those negative things that kind of kept me in that cycle. One, I talk a lot about affirmations. So speaking those affirmations over myself every day. Journaling helped out a lot for that emotional release. When I did feel like I was people pleasing, or I was doing stuff to, yeah, I guess people please, I would, just write those things down, and get out as much as I can with journaling or whatnot. So a lot of the work that I had to do, like I said, was internal. And so that is pretty much where the true self-care comes from. And once you kind of do the internal work, you'll kind of see that over time. You'll kind of see like, oh, okay, I can see these habits that I've had that, you know, I was putting myself last, I was putting everybody else first. And now you start establishing boundaries. Now you start establishing, this isn't for me, or this isn't good for me. And so, another thing too, and I know I'm kind of rambling on and going all over the place. Another thing too is when you're on this process of that internal glow up, you do develop this level of like self-love. You develop this, like, what I love about myself, my strengths and my weaknesses, right? And you develop that self-love about yourself. And so a lot of the other things that used to be okay are not okay anymore, because you develop that sense of love for yourself and that sense of respect for yourself. And that it takes work. It definitely takes work. And so self-care is way deeper than the outer. way deeper than the outer appearance. And so, as you do that internal self work and you do the deeper dive as to why am I like this? Why do I have these habits? Why am I a people pleaser? Why do I have so much fear? Why do I care about what why do I care about what other people think? Why am I lacking confidence within myself? Where did this come from? And healing those things. And then once you're healed and you get to the root problem of those things, you then transform into a whole different person because you feel internally, you're feeling good and you're transforming into this new person. You have new habits, you have this new belief about yourself, and then you glow up. Your skin is looking good, you have a better demeanor, people love being around you, you're not so self-conscious, you come in confident. You can walk into a room with your head held high, like I own this place. Not being like arrogant, but just you have this level of confidence about you. And, people can see that. And to me, that's a lot more valuable than me just getting my hair and my nails done and I'm looking cute, but I'm a hot mess on the inside, right? And so it's time that, 2024 is a year of, I declared it this year that 2024 for me was my year of freedom. Freedom from people pleasing, freedom from caring about what everybody thinks, just ultimate freedom. 2024 is also a year of glowing up internally. And so I want to start putting out a lot more content on how to do that. What are the necessary steps that you need to take to do that? And so I just got on here today. I know I've done a lot of rambling, but I just wanted to introduce the idea of, what true self-care is, what true glow up is. And then as this year progresses, I want to continue to push out content of how you can start that journey of glowing up in the inside. And hopefully you guys applying that to your lives and seeing a true transformation towards the end of the year. And so I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode now. Hopefully, this will help you guys just to give you a good foundation. And then, like I said, as we go throughout the year, I'm going to continue to pump out content of how you can truly make that transformation internally. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Have a wonderful day. Bye.